In this lesson, we are going to be solving for a variable. Most of your equation solving up to this point have given you a solution. This, we are just manipulating the equations to get what we need. This is going to help us when we're solving systems and using different formulas to help solve problems. So let's start with the equation 2m minus t equals am plus 5. Okay, and we want to solve the equation for m. That means at some point we want m equals stuff. So we need to isolate m. First, we need to start by getting them on the same side. So we're going to subtract am from both sides. So it'll cancel over here. So now we have 2m minus am minus t all over here. And all we have on this side is the 5. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get t onto the other side. So to get rid of a minus t, we're going to plus t. So 2m minus am is going to equal t plus 5, or 5 plus t. Now, we're going to go back to our factoring that we did in pre-algebra, or basically the opposite of the distributive property, and we're going to take m out. Okay. So m is going to come out, and we've got 2 minus a equals t plus 5. Okay. So you can see that if you did distributive property, you would end up back here with this. So we factored out an m. Now this is m times 2 minus a. So now we're just going to divide both sides by 2 minus a. That will cancel. And that means m equals t plus 5 over 2 minus a. Now let's look at this with some formulas that you might be a little bit more familiar with. Let's look at the circumference formula, which is 2 times pi times the radius. And we're going to solve for r. Okay. Well, this is 2 times pi times r, or 2 pi times r. So if we divide both sides by 2 pi, it cancels over here, and r is by itself already. So r equals c over 2 pi. Let's do one more. Let's look at the formula S equals 1/2 a t squared. And we are going to solve for A. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of our fraction. To get rid of our fraction, we're going to times both sides by 2. So that gives us 2s equals AT squared. And divide by t squared. So it'll cancel over here. And 2s divided by t squared is going to give you A. This formula, by the way, the original formula, s equals 1/2 AT squared, is the distance that a free-falling object will fall with the force of gravity. T being how long it's falling, and s being how far it's falling, and A being A is the acceleration for gravity. Sorry about that. So, basically, you're just using what you know about equations to isolate a variable.